I don't even know where to begin. I seriously don't even know where to begin. It is a fire sale. Everybody know what a fire sale is? Fire sale is when the business burns, either the whole business burns down or a good portion of the business burns down, and they have some goods that didn't get burned. You know, a few of them those didn't get hit by the fire, and they sell them. Well, that's what's going on in the stock market. Fire sale. 94 and 3/4 range day. Upper left hand corner, September 30th, 2021, just after the futures market has closed. We're looking at the E-mini S&P 500 futures. I normally trade the E-micros, just so you know. We're talking about the December 21 contracts. There's so much to talk about. Wow, what a day. Upper left hand corner. You see over here I got August 12th, stock market crash starts in 1 week. I put that video out right here on this day. And why? Well, the Big Daddy forecast down here at this point had a huge number. I think it was 456 at that time. And I said the stock market crash would start within 1 week. And a lot of people gave me a bunch of grief. Oh, I got trolled left and right. Well, how you liking me now? And what they, when you're predicting and forecasting the stock market, not a lot of people do that, okay? At least not on the retail level. Sure, you got artificial intelligence and the brainiacs and the think tanks, they do that. But they got tens of millions of dollars at their disposal, and they got entire teams working on this stuff. So when you get a retail trader like me saying the stock market's going to crash in a week, everybody calls me, you know what? It didn't happen. I had people come back and say, this didn't age well. Yeah, how you like me now? And what they don't understand is that it takes vision. You have to have vision. When you're predicting and forecasting, it requires vision. Okay, and back there on August 12th, right here, 3 days later, we had this pullback. And look at the bottom of this candlestick. 4347.75. I knew right then and there. Even though everybody was like, oh, that's just a pullback. I'm like, no, that's the start of the stock market crash. And everybody's, no, it started over here. I'm like, they just don't understand. You got to have vision. Right? I'm not saying I got a crystal ball and I'm all that and I know everything's going to happen. No, I'm not saying that. But visionaries see things happen before they happen, right? They see it before it happens. That's what visionaries are. That's what they do. Of course, I give God thanks for that. We had this pullback, and I'm like, okay, this low right here, this is it. It came up, whatever, over a period of however many trade days this is. Looks like about 10 trading days, maybe 2 or 3, about 3 weeks, calendar weeks. And bang. And what happened today? You guessed it. It blasted right through that trend line. That's what forecasting and predicting the stock market's about. That's what I was talking about back on August 12th. And a bunch of trolls gave me a bunch of grief about it. You think you're even going to come back and say they were wrong? We weren't wrong. We're never wrong. Yeah, you were wrong. Okay, this video isn't about beating up on trolls. But I'll put a link in the description. Go back and watch that video from August 12th when I made the call. Over here on the right-hand side, you can see today's range was 94 and 3/4. Huge day. Of the last 22 days, 15 of them have been red, only 7 of them green. So more than twice as many down days as up days. 2-1. Fire sale. Fire sale. And yes, there's more pain to come. This ain't over. Now today was a very significant day because you see back here on this candlestick, basically just the lower wick went through the trend line, that support line. And we had a couple other days below there that the body got below, but it really wasn't sustained. But not today. Today we got a massive body that closed almost at its low, well below this support. Goodbye support. This channel right here, I think you can almost count this channel as goodbye, exit out, boom, boom. So what's this 4328? I talked about this yesterday. I'll put the link in the description below this video for yesterday's video as well. You can go back and watch it. Also, if you haven't watched my Beware of the 75-month cycle. You need to watch that. That'll also be a link in the description. That can make you a lot of money. A lot of time went into the analytics in that video. You need to watch it. 4328. What is that? That's the Dow Jones Transportation Divergence line that happened way back on May 10th. And the S&P 500 hasn't come back down to it yet. That's a good 60 points away. And if you watch the 75-month cycle, beware of the 75-month cycle, you're going to see some numbers in there that are even lower than this. Much lower. You need to watch it. So this is the next 4328. The chances that happen are very significant. I think the probability is pretty high. Pretty high. I'm not saying we might get some green days in here before we get down to that. Yeah, okay, whatever. But this number is going to happen. I'm pretty sure of it. Okay, below that, look at the Stochastic Momentum Index. Look at it. It's crossed over nicely. But you know what really stands out about this Stochastic Momentum Index to me? It hasn't gotten below this line yet. Look down. Look back over here. I mean, here it barely touched throughout the summer, late spring, summer. Barely touched. Didn't come down and touch it. Didn't come down and touch it. Didn't come down and touch it. Look over here. For the first time in months, came down and broke through and pierced through the bottom line. Guess what's going to happen again? Oh, yeah, it's going to come below here. So that tells me there's more pain to come. And we haven't even reached the middle of this cycle yet, which is about right here. That green arc right there, that green arc is a cycle from left to right. That's an element of time, left to right. Okay? In the middle of the cycle will be about right here, somewhere between October 4th and October 8th. I think October 4th is going to be this Monday. The 8th is later on in the week. I think a Thursday or a Friday of next week. That'll be the middle of the cycle. And look at this. Major left. I talked about this yesterday. That's why you got to watch yesterday. You got to watch the videos, folks. Okay, you got to watch the videos. You're going to learn from the videos. I'm being serious. I'm not trying to come off cross as arrogant or Mr. Know-It-All. I'm just telling you, you're going to learn from the videos. I'm learning and to pass on what I learn as I get better and better at trading, okay? I have way more profitable days than I have lost days. Yesterday was really one of my few lost days in a long time. That's right. On this channel, I share both my profits and losses every day if I have positions I closed. And by the way, stick around for the end of the video. I'll show whether or not I traded today. If I did I make a profit or a loss? Stick around for that. But the middle of the cycle hasn't even happened yet. And we're talking, this is a left-hand translation. Now, this is a serious left-hand translation. This is a significant breakdown of this cycle. And that means moving forward, even though we might get some green days, the chances of us even getting back up to the top of this channel are, you heard it. That's like taking a dump in the pants right there. The chance to get back up to this top of this channel anytime soon, not very good. Now, it might happen eventually, but it ain't going to happen anytime soon. And the further we go down on this left side of the cycle, the greater the probability this thing's just going to keep going down, and the retracements going up will be smaller. Okay? Cycle analysis, guys. This is one of the many principles of cycle analysis. If you want to know what that is, that's called Hurst. I think his name was Jim Hurst, if I remember. I might get his first name wrong, but that's Hurst cycles. You need to go back. You need to study them. Take the time. Learn them. You can't learn them in a day, guys. It's not going to happen in one day. You can draw all the little cycles you want. And there's so many things about cycles that people, it takes time to learn it. I've been doing this for years, guys. This is like my 4th or 5th year in cycle analysis, and I'm still learning. Okay, cycles move. You can see the cycles here, right? There's a low, the green cycles, low there. There's a low here, a low there, a low happened right there. And people are going to say, oh, okay, it's easy. Well, it's not so easy. Cycles move around. Cycles reestablish themselves. You need to be aware of that. I'm not going to get into that in this video, okay? All right, so besides the Stochastic Momentum Index, let's look at the bottom. Look at the VIX, guys. Oh my gosh, remains elevated. Remember, if the VIX is elevated, prices are going down. If the VIX is going down, then the prices are going up. Well, we know which one is which, right? VIX is elevated. Prices are down. Big red candlesticks. VIX on Tuesday, 23.25. VIX Wednesday came down about 0.75 point, 22.56. Today, right back up, almost where it was on Tuesday. 23.14. Guys, just look at the VIX. This is elevated. Look at back here. All this. Except for the monthly little dings and volatility. We know what those are, right? I don't need to explain why you get volatility once a month like that, right? Everybody can figure that part out. If not, go research it. But look at this volatility back here. Look at it. It's all low. Look at it way down in here. Well below 20. Like in the 15 area. Sometimes it got down to like right around 15-ish. 15 over here. Like 15, 17, all through the summer. And now look. Look at this. Staying in the 20s. I mean, it's a major quantum jump in volatility. Okay? On this channel, we're about making money, not arrogance. I'm not. I always try to keep the arrogance and the bad attitude in check. That arrogance and ego and all that pridefulness and boasting, that stuff will get you in trouble. Okay, that's my take on it anyway. I try to stay humble. But on this channel, we're about taking profits, locking them in. Start small, lock in your profits of trailing stops, have your stop losses in place if you're not profitable yet. That's how we do it here on this channel. This ain't over, guys. There's more pain to come. I shouldn't even say pain. I'm a trader. Up, down. I trade either way. I made money in these green candlesticks right here. I made a lot of money in these green. Oh my gosh, I made a lot of money in these green candlesticks. I made a lot of money in these red candlesticks. And that's what traders do, guys. They don't just trade one side of the market. For you guys that come on my YouTube channel and get upset about how the market's going to pull back and people get upset with me, don't get upset. Okay? Just check the ego at the door. Take a couple deep breaths and try to mature as a trader. Don't just think long. There's opportunity on both sides of the market, up and down. And you want to take advantage of that. That's what traders do. And it doesn't have to be a day trader. Yes, I've been doing a lot of trading intraday. That's just because the market's absolutely on fire. But I normally do swing trades. When volatility is low, you're almost forced to do swing trades. But right now, volatility is on fire. Other than all these days being ooge, my next one is fire. Because the market's on fire. Fire sale, guys. All right, let's take a look. And did I trade? And if I did I have any profitability today? Give me a second to get over to that. Doing something a little new here. See if I can get this to come up. All right, there you go. Far hand right side of the screen here. $713.75. I'm not going to get into woulda, coulda, shoulda. I'm going to be honest. But I like to do, on this channel, guys, I keep it honest. I'm a straight shooter. I don't BS around. Last night, I traded long. Look at this candlestick over here. It opened up and it went up pretty good. I had a little profit going last night. I don't remember what it was. A couple $100, $300, whatever it was. I'm like, oh, good, we're going up. That's the way I played it. I thought we'd get a little bounce here, and we did. And man, that market, fire! Fire sale, baby. But this is where a lot of people allow their emotions. And I won't lie, I was a little nervous. Even though I've been trading for a while, even I get nervous. But this is where traders suck it up. And you change your tactics. You go with what the market, I say it all the time on this channel, trade what's in front of you. I closed my position. I don't remember what it was. I might have been down a little bit, whatever. I think I got back to close to zero. I can't remember what it was. And I turned right around. I freed up my leverage. My margin was available. I freed it up because I closed those positions. I didn't sit there and whine and cry about it and go into some curl up in a corner and be an emotional basket case for a month. I used to do that. I mean, not literally, you know what I mean. But I used to do that. Get all emotional and mad and don't trade for weeks. Anybody, come on, raise your hands out there. Anybody like that ever do that? Walk away from the computer, don't trade for weeks because you're upset. Well, see, when you mature as a trader, you resist being like that. Okay, you resist those temptations and let emotions get the best of you. And what you do instead, okay, is you suck it up, you close those positions, and you go what the market gives you. And so that's what I did. And instead of it being a $3,000 day, to be honest with you, because it should have been something like that, it turned out to be a $700 day. Am I happy? Of course I'm happy. I turned a bad thing into a good thing. And that's what we do as traders. That's what mature traders do. And I'm sharing this with you guys, by the way, for free on this YouTube channel. Now, I'm not trying to rub it in, but, there are people out there that you got to go pay subscriptions to see what they're doing. You got to pay there are people that pay big money. I mean, thousands of dollars a year to see what you're seeing on this YouTube channel. And that is no lie. You're getting this for free, guys and gals. Man, more of your women need to be watching my YouTube. I look at my analytics on my YouTube channel. I don't know how YouTube does their stuff, but I look at the analytics and I'm just like 98% men. I guess men do most of the trading, or maybe Google doesn't know that's a woman that's, I don't know how they figure it out. But hopefully more women will come and watch and they'll get into this and they'll trade too and they'll, become a mature trader. Okay? But I hope you guys are enjoying the content and see that on this channel I keep it real. I'm telling you like it is. Last night I had a nice little profit. It worked against me. Yeah, I was a little nervous. I sucked it up. I closed the position. I might have been down a little bit or was even. I can't remember. Okay? And I turned around and started shorting instead of longing. Bang. Yeah, I had to trade a lot of contracts to do it. And yes, there was a commission. But I more than made up for the commission. Way more than made up for the commission. Trust me. Okay. I'm a happy camper. $713 day. Really nice day. Okay, that's the only thing I traded. I didn't trade anything else. I didn't trade crude oil. I didn't trade any of the currencies. I just focused on the S&P 500. If you don't know what I'm trading, look up here in the upper left-hand corner. These are the E micro contracts. December 2021. Okay? All right, let's go back over to the S&P 500 and finish up this video. If I can find it. All right, here it is. So some of you probably want to know, well, what's going to happen tomorrow? Come on, Mr. Crystal Ball. Well, I don't have a crystal ball. Though I did call August 12th. Thank you very much. Yes, I did call that. What do I think is going to happen tomorrow? You know what, guys? I've been saying it this whole week because we're on the left side. I don't have it drawn. Maybe I don't have it drawn in this video, but right here where I'm putting the arrow up and down, that's the middle of the cycle, right on that green arc. We're on the left side of that arc right now. And I don't want to talk about, making predictions. It's going to be green, it's going to be red. Not on the left side of the cycle, okay? It's a very, very delicate time on the left side of the cycle. Excuse me. So I don't like to do that. Because as you just heard, I thought we were going to have a green day. But it turned around and you do what you got to do. So I'm not going to say green or red tomorrow. What I am going to say is there's a lot of downward pressure. And I don't think we're done. We may get some green days between now and this 4328, but we're not done. I have high confidence in that. Okay? And tomorrow, whatever tomorrow is, which is Friday, and Fridays are always a little weird. You got to watch Fridays because a lot of people don't like to hold positions over the weekend. Okay, so Fridays get a little funky. But I'm going to trade whatever the market gives me to trade tomorrow. I really hope everybody got that out. If anything got out of this video today is that I traded the market. Even if I had to change my strategy to do it. Midstream, boom, change. It's a fluid, dynamic environment. Adapt or go crawl up in a corner and cry. Okay? But don't do that. Okay? Don't do it. Okay, on this YouTube channel, I always say this, I'm going to say it again. If you struggle with trading, if you're losing more than you're making, and be honest with yourself, because if you're not being honest, that's the first place to start. You got to be honest. Okay, the first thing you need to do is keep it really, really small. One little micro contract or just a few shares. And get good at trading and being profitable. The key is, can you honestly say and record it in spreadsheets, on paper, I don't care where you do it. Are you 7 out of 8 trades? Are you profitable? And are your profits crushing your losses? Good. Now you can go a little bit larger. But not until then. This isn't the lotto. You're not trying to get rich all in one day. Forget that. That's not what mature traders do. You heard today what I do. Do that. But if you can't, if you don't know how to be profitable yet, then don't lie to yourself. Be honest. Start small. Learn how to be profitable small. Then you just take that same thing and you go a little bit bigger. And the reason why people struggle with medium and large positions is because of the nerves, guys. When you see big numbers flashing on the screen and you see that your numbers are red and you're at a big loss, people get nervous. Why? Because the world puts a lot of emphasis on money. And their emphasis on money is the wrong emphasis. I've talked about this before. They get ready to finish up this video. Don't love the money. I don't know if anybody's ever heard this before. I'm going to say it. The root of all evil is the love of money. Money isn't evil, but the love of it is. Don't love the money. Just respect it. Use it appropriately. It's just to get you from A to B in life. That's it. Put it to good use. Don't. If you change that in your heart, if you make that honest change, you know where this is coming from, right? Everybody knows where that came from, right? I don't have to beat you over the head with where that saying comes from, right? You all can figure that out. Trust me, it works. And if you know that works, shouldn't you be asking other questions about your life? Get that in your heart. Don't love the money. If you can make that change, it'll change the way you trade. It'll change a lot of things in your life. And you'll respect the money for what it really is rather than just being greedy. I don't trade because I got to have a mansion and 3 Ferraris, guys. I talked about this before. Okay? I don't need the Ferrari in the mansion. I don't. A modern home, a nice car, whatever, I'm good. Even if I got millions, guys, I'll probably always be that way. Okay? Start small, get good at starting small, then you go a little bit bigger, and you know what you get to experience, guys? You get to experience how you react. How do you react emotionally to your trading? If you're jumping in and out of trades and you're nervous and you're getting angry, then you're happy, now you're jumping around. You're not trading. You're a basket case. That's craziness. That's not trading. All right, tomorrow I'm going to trade whatever the market gives me until we get to the middle of this cycle and start going to the other side of the cycle. Then maybe I'll start talking about green and red days. We'll see what happens when we get there. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, guys and gals, now is the time to do it. Give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. We'll talk to you all real soon again next time.